Good morning, dear children. Let's continue with the chapter The Tsunami. Lesson 2 from your Honeydew book for class 8. In the previous video, we have seen tsunami, the natural calamity causing huge destruction and loss of life and property in Andaman and Nicobar Islands. We also observed, alongside the story of deep sorrow, are reassuring details of courage, survival and resilience. In this video, we will take up stories from Thailand, Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu. Before we start with second part of the lesson, first let's analyze the location of the places which were affected and the epicenter or the place of origin of the earthquake. Tsunami of 2004 is also called Indian Ocean Tsunami. On December 26, 2004 in the morning hours, an undersea earthquake of magnitude 9.1 struck off the coast of the Indonesian island of Sumatra. So here is the epicenter of the earthquake of magnitude 9.1 which occurred near the island of Sumatra, one of the island of Indonesia. Sumatra is a place that joins Indian Ocean with Pacific Ocean. That's why it's also called Indian Ocean Tsunami. The magnitude, that is 9.1 magnitude, was so high that over the next 7 hours, how many hours? 7 hours, a tsunami or a series of immense ocean waves triggered by the quake reached out across the Indian Ocean, devastating coastal areas as far as East Africa. Some locations reported that the wave had reached a height of 9 meters or more when they hit the shoreline. This is the eastern coastal area of Africa, that is Somalia. Somalia was also affected by the tsunami. You can see the waves, circular waves around the epicenter. This shows the effect till where this effect reached. As you move further, the effect of the magnitude reduces. The magnitude of the earthquake reduces with distance. So all the red part that is shown here are the areas which were affected in 2004 by the tsunami or the Indian Ocean tsunami. In the second video, we are taking up stories from Thailand, Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu. So I would like to show the location of Thailand, Sri Lanka and Tamil Nadu in the map of Asia continent. So this is the epicenter near Indonesia. Okay, and here is Sri Lanka and this is the coastal area of India, that is Tamil Nadu. Okay, it affected till Kanyakumari. Its effect was till Kanyakumari, and the Thailand is close by the epicenter, closer than Sri Lanka or coastal region of India. Okay. Now let's begin with second part of the chapter. Turn to page number 27. Tilly Smith, a British schoolgirl, was able to save many lives when the tsunami struck Phuket Beach in Thailand. This is a map of Thailand. You can see this isolated small island is Phuket Beach. These people were holidaying. Tilly Smith's family were holidaying at this Phuket Beach when the tsunami occurred. Though she has won a number of awards, her parents have not allowed their daughter to be interviewed on television and made into a heroine. Though this girl has won many awards, but they were very protective about this child, so they did not allow Tilly Smith to give interviews in the televisions and become a heroine. Why do you think they took that decision? Now, here is a story from Thailand. The Smith family from southeast England were celebrating Christmas at a beach resort in southern Thailand. So, Smith family basically belong to southeast England and they have come to the beach resort in southern Thailand for celebrating Christmas. People were in Christmas mood as the tsunami occurred on 26th December, which is one date immediate after Christmas, that is 25th December. So people were in Christmas mood, holiday mood. Tilly Smith has also come to this beach resort in southern Thailand for relaxing, for vacationing. Tilly Smith was a 10-year-old school girl. Her sister was 7-year-old. Tilly Smith, their daughter, was only 10 years old and she was a school-going child, and her sibling was only 7 years old. Their parents were Penny and Colin Smith. Her mother Penny Smith and father Colin Smith. It was 26 December 2004. Deadly tsunami waves were already on their way. So it was 26 December, day immediate after Christmas, and the deadly tsunami waves were already on their way, approaching the other areas close by the epicenter, that is Sumatra, on its way to destruct the surrounding area. They had been triggered by a massive earthquake off northern Sumatra earlier that morning. Earlier that morning, this earthquake had already triggered, and this wave started forming in that area, and it was approaching the other islands or the coastal areas too. The water was swelling and kept coming in. Penny Smith remembered. While narrating the incident of that day, Penny Smith is telling that I saw water was swelling and the water was coming in, just kept on coming in. The beach was getting smaller and smaller, and she said that the beach area, that is the dry area, was getting smaller and smaller, and sea was crossing its boundary or the limit. I didn't know what was happening. Penny, mother of Tilly, is telling that, recalling the days when she was there on the tsunami day. She is recalling that beach was getting smaller and this sea was swelling up. Water was coming into the beach, but she could not analyze or recognize that what was happening. But Tilly Smith sensed that something was wrong. But this small girl of 10 years, she sensed that something is going on wrong. Her mind kept going back to a geography lesson she had taken in England just 2 weeks before she flew out to Thailand with her family. So her mind immediately swept into her geography class, okay, which she had taken just 2 weeks before in England, back in a class just 2 weeks before when she flew out to Thailand with her family. Tilly saw the sea slowly rise and start to form, bubble and form whirlpools. Tilly saw that the sea was slowly rising and it was forming. Bubbles were formed, whirlpools were formed. She remembered that she had seen this in class in a video of a tsunami that had hit the Hawaiian Islands in 1946. So immediately she recalled that she had seen some similar kind of thing in a class, in a video which was presented in a class. And that video was of a tsunami which hit Hawaiian Islands in 1946. Her geography teacher had shown her class the video and told them that tsunamis can be caused by earthquakes, volcanoes and landslide. And immediately she thought of a geography teacher also who explained what tsunami is and how this tsunami is caused and how destructive the tsunami could be. She said that earthquake or the tsunami can be caused by earthquakes under the sea or volcanic eruption or landslides. Tilly started to scream at her family to get off the beach. When everything was just making clear in her mind, she started screaming at the family because she realized a tsunami, a huge tsunami is going to happen. So she started screaming at her family that let's get out of this beach area. She talked about an earthquake under the sea, and in between she was just talking about some earthquake under the sea has happened. There is some danger. She was alerting her parents. She got more and more hysterical. Hysterical means when you are hysterical, you shout or you laugh or you cry in a wild, excited way without any control over yourself. So this girl was getting hysterical and she was non-stop shouting and screaming that we should move out of this area. There is a danger. Some earthquake has happened under the sea, said her mother Penny. So her mother told that this was her reaction. I didn't know what a tsunami was, but seeing my daughter so frightened, I thought something serious must be going on. So Penny thought that I don't know what was happening and what tsunami is, but when she saw that her daughter is so frightened and she's getting so hysterical, she thought something serious must be going on. Tilly's parents took her and her sister away from the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. So they were residing in a nearby hotel, in a nearby resort. So immediately Tilly's parent took her and her sister, who was 7 years old at that time, and they just rushed out of the beach to the swimming pool at the hotel. A number of other tourists also left the beach with them. Seeing the hysterical behavior of this girl who was shouting, leave earthquake, leave this area earthquake, this shouting alerted other tourists also. That was a good thing the girl had done. So along with them, many tourists also left the beach with them. Then it was as if the entire sea had come out after them. It was like as they left that area, it was like the whole sea was coming into the beach after them. I was screaming, run. So Penny was screaming to run, run, run and get to a safer place. So here what good thing Tilly has done? Because of her knowledge about the geography lesson or her attentiveness in the geography class, created awareness in herself, and she made, by her screaming, she made the people surrounding her also aware that some danger is going to happen, and she was able to save many lives at the beach. Family took refuge in the third floor of the hotel. What is refuge? Shelter or protection from danger. So when they saw the water rising up and coming after them, immediately they climbed to the third floor of the hotel. You must remember, when tsunami or any natural calamity or earthquake happens, you must not use lift. Even you should try to avoid stairs, okay, when especially when there is earthquake. So they took refuge on the third floor. It was required, they had to go to some higher places to escape themselves, protect themselves or save themselves from the high waves. The building which withstood the surge of 3 tsunami waves. So there were 3 huge and destructive tsunami waves, and the building was able to withstand that surge. What is surge? Force or momentum. If they had stayed on the beach, they would not have been alive. So only because of Tilly's awareness, this family and many other tourists were able to save themselves. If they had stayed back, ignoring the child's hysterical behavior, they all would have washed out with the tsunami waves. The Smiths later met other tourists who had lost entire families. So sad. They went out and they met many other tourists who lost their entire families. Thanks to Tilly and her geography lesson, they had been forewarned. It's only because of the lesson Tilly took in her class and she was attentive to do that lesson. Only that warned them in advance that there is a danger. Tilly went back to her school in England and told her classmates her terrifying tale. So when she went back to her class, she discussed all these terrifying incidents with her classmates. What is withstood? Endured without collapsing. That is, withheld or suffered without collapsing. Now let's shift to the third part of the lesson. Look carefully at the picture of the boy and his dog and try to describe the things that you see using words and phrases. Either the teacher or one of the students can write down the words and phrases on the blackboard. This is how you can start. Calm blue sea, ruined huts. You can see the boy sitting on the seashore or beach, and you can see the destruction around. When do you think this picture was taken? Definitely after the tsunami had receded. Did you know that very few animals actually died in the tsunami? Before the giant waves slammed into the coast in India and Sri Lanka. Now here comes the story from the coastal areas of India and Sri Lanka, the adjoining country. Wild and domestic animals seem to know what was about to happen. So they're telling that before the giant waves could come and slash or destruct the coastal areas of India and Sri Lanka, the wild and domestic animals seems like they already were alerted. They already knew what's going to happen. They fled to safety. All these wild animals or other animals, they fled to a safer place. According to eyewitness accounts, elephants screamed and ran for higher grounds. According to the eyewitness, they said that elephants on that particular day, elephants screamed and ran to higher places. Dogs refused to go outdoors. Even dogs who love outings, they refuse to go outdoors. Flamingos abandoned their low-lying breeding areas. Even the flamingos, they also left the low-lying breeding areas, and zoo animals rushed into their shelters and could not be enticed to come back out. Entice means attract or tempt. So the zoo animals also rushed. As they have limited area, they cannot run to their freedom. They rushed to their own caves or shelters, and the zoo animals could not be tempted to bring them out, could not be tempted to come out. Many people believe that animals possess a sixth sense and know when the earth is going to shake. Many people, it's a belief that animal has sixth sense, or actually it is their hearing ability. They can hear voices from distance, so they can understand this disturbance much more before we could realize it. So these animals, many people believe that animal possess sixth sense and they know when the earth is going to shake. Some experts believe that animals more acute hearing helps them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. But the experts or the scientists believe that the acute hearing sense of animals, okay, the more sharp hearing quality of animal help them to hear or feel the earth's vibration. They can sense an approaching disaster long before human realize what's going on. These animals are the wild animals, domestic animals, they can much earlier understand the approaching disaster before humans could realize what's going on. We cannot be sure whether animals have a sixth sense or not. There is no proof that animals have sixth sense. But the fact is that the giant waves that rolled through the Indian Ocean killed more than 150,000 people in a dozen countries. But not many animals have been reported dead. So what it is telling that we don't know, we are not sure, there is no proven fact that animals have sixth sense. But the fact is that the giant waves that rolled through the Indian Ocean, the tsunami waves, tidal waves, they killed more than 150,000 people in dozen countries. But very few animal death has been reported. Along India's Cuddalore coast, where thousands of people perished, buffaloes, goats and dogs were found unharmed. Again, another evidence that some quality these animals or the hearing, acute hearing helps them to escape themselves from any natural disaster. Again in the Cuddalore coast, this is the Tamil Nadu area, and here is Cuddalore. You can see this area is Cuddalore. In this Cuddalore district or the coast, where thousands of people died, perished, but buffaloes, goats and dogs were found unharmed. The Yala National Park in Sri Lanka is home to a variety of animals including elephants, leopards and 130 species of birds. Here I have shown the map of Yala National Park that is in Sri Lanka. In this park there are many variety of animals including elephants, leopards and 130 species of birds. 60 visitors who were visiting Yala National Park on that day were washed away from the Patangala beach inside the park. 60 visitors who were inside this national park, they were vanished. But no animal carcasses were found. Carcass means dead body. Except two water buffaloes. Except two water buffaloes in the Yala National Park, no animal carcass or dead body was found. About an hour before the tsunami hit, about 1 hour before the tsunami hit that area, people at Yala National Park had observed 3 elephants running away from Patangala beach. At Yala National Park, they observed that 3 elephants screamed and they ran away from the Patangala beach. A Sri Lankan gentleman who lives on the coast near Galle said his 2 dogs would not go for their daily run on the beach. One Sri Lankan man who resides at one of the beaches of Galle said that he has 2 pet dogs and they did not go for their daily run on the beach that day. They are usually excited to go on this outing, he said. He said that these dogs usually love to go out on the beach and have their free run there. But on that day, they refused to go. But on the day of tsunami, they had some intuition. That's why they did not go out of the house and most probably saved his life. And he's telling that because of the act of these 2 animals, even I could not go out to the beach. And maybe that's why my life was also saved because of these 2 dogs. So what is the moral of this story, my dear children? We should realize the importance of doing whatever possible to save human and animal life, to participate in relief work and to understand the concept of disaster management. One should show acts of courage, care and compassion in the bitter struggle of survival and rehabilitation. Thank you.